Hello and welcome to Silver Wheel Tarot. Today we're going to do a 6-month reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each of the next 6 months. This is going to be around the area of money and finances. So what you need to know in the area of money and finances from July through December, if you're viewing it this month. If you're viewing it at a different time, it is for the next 6 months from the time that you're watching the video. Okay, let me go ahead and move these decks aside. We'll shuffle each and then pull 6 cards from each deck. See what comes through. This is the B Tarot. New deck for me. I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, what I'm going to do is go ahead and split the deck and we'll pull the 6 cards off the top. A little bit more space there for you. Okay. Next deck is an oracle deck. I believe this is the Hedge Oracle. It's herbs and flowers. Some keywords. Okay, same thing right off the top. 6 months. And last but not least, we have here the Epic Light Lenormand, one of my favorite Lenormand decks. It does have an expansion pack in it as well, so it has some unique cards to it. It's kind of a cross between a Lenormand and an oracle with those added cards in there. We're going to treat it the same way though as the other decks. Shuffle it, split the deck, and pull 6 off the top. Using it essentially like an oracle deck. I'm using decks today that are reminding me of summer energy, just because it is the beginning of summer right now. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. So this is going to be, see if I can move these up a little bit. Yes, okay, these are going to be our cards for July. Push these up so you can see. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, Tribulation with Nettle, and 15 is Bear. Let me just sit with the energy for a minute. So your finances in the month of July or the first month, depending on when you're watching this video for the next 6 months, are pretty stable. Though with the nettle plant here and tribulation, what I'm getting is a sense of fear and anxiety over whether or not the finances are going to stay stable. There's a little bit of stress over that. With the bear, I am seeing a mother bear, a nurturing, caring type of energy. With the King of Pentacles, I am seeing just this very stable masculine energy. So definitely a balance of masculine and feminine here, but with some concern and worry, even though the finances at this time are very stable. So the message at this time for this first month out of the 6 would be to just make sure your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed, that you have a little bit set aside for the future or for an emergency. Make sure that you're not overspending in certain areas, just to basically, just for good measure, to kind of ease the concern. It's always good to be prepared financially, but I see that things are well taken care of at this time. You just want to instill a sense of feeling stable. We have stability, but do you feel stable? And this nurturing and caring, you're taking care of the things that need to be taken care of. So just make sure something doesn't get dropped, that there isn't some bill that needed to be paid that you forgot about, anything like that. Sometimes anxieties can come up as an intuitive hit. So all of us have abilities to sense things, and some choose to develop it and some don't. And yes, some have more inclination than others. But sometimes if you are feeling this stress or anxiety, it may just be a intuitive hit to kind of tell you that, hey, don't forget to pay this bill, or you're sensing that something may be coming up in the future that you may not be aware of, and it may not be the end all of everything, but it could catch you off guard. So things like that, the anxieties could be a forewarning of. So if you are feeling the anxiety, just really make sure that everything is in order. That's what we have for July, or month 1. Okay, month 2. So this would be August. We have the Emperor, clarity, and the Woman. The Woman reduces the numbers here, 29, reduced to 11, which is reminding me of gates, moving through the gateway. We have this wild rose with clarity. So perhaps this gateway, some door is opening that clarifies things financially for you. This Emperor also appears to have perhaps wild roses. I haven't read the book for the description on this, but we have the flowers and bees in abundance here. Things are still looking really good financially. Again, we have a masculine and feminine balance in the cards. This is just the energy wise, not gender speaking. Just the energy is very masculine and feminine balanced. It's interesting that we have wild rose, which to me popped in my mind, wild card, with clarity. So those are kind of opposites in a way. There's a little bit of an unknown. Again, very secure and balanced. You know what you're doing. You have your finances in order. Things are secure. Things are beautiful with all the flowers present. And you have some clarity on something, maybe some spark of inspiration financially on how to handle some things. So again, in August, you're still looking pretty good here. This clarity is kind of coming through as a resolution to the anxieties from the previous month. So maybe you have something financially coming up that you need to plan for, and that could have been causing the anxiety from July, and the prep work that you did in July, keeping everything lined. You have some clarity of thought here. You are in control. You have the Emperor card here. You are ruling your finances. You are basically on the spot. You know what you're doing. You're clear about it. Whatever challenges your finances are causing right now at this time, whatever challenges you're facing, basically you've got a very solid foundation. Your thoughts are clear. You know what to do, and you have a plan for going forward. Basically, all your cards are on the table, and you know exactly what you're going to do with them, financially speaking. So this would be September, month 3, depending on when you're watching it. King of Swords. Soothe or chamomile. And bridge. Let me see here. So again, this is each month seems to be building on the other in succession here. So as we saw, very mentally balanced and clarity of mind in the previous month. In September, you're essentially sitting on your throne mentally with regards to your finances. You've crossed a certain bridge, a hurdle, a challenge, but it's turned again more into a like you have a resolution based on whatever your financial struggle is at that time just came through. But I'm seeing the number 3, right? So the 57 reduces down to a 12, which reduces to a 3. So you're not quite there yet with the stability of a number 4. So you're kind of going back and forth a little, right? We saw a lot of anxiety in July. We saw some clarity, a solid plan ready to go in August. And then in September, while you're very secure in your finances, you have a plan for how and what you're going to spend things on. There is still a need to watch the spending in this month. The spending is what can take the 4th leg off that table, right, and give you more of a 3 that's coming with this bridge here. The spending at this time is basically, it's something you need to pass, you need to cross over. It's like waters that you need to cross over. It could be causing a little bit of emotional stress, definitely not mental. You've got it mentally, you're stable, you're strong, you know what your plan is, you've got your finances in order. The chamomile is often like very health inducing plant, right? It's a very calming, healing plant. So I see that your finances are healthy at this time, but there is a little bit of caution on the spending. You still got, a few more months of the year to go, and you want to make sure that you are sticking to your plan and that you are not overspending, and this is the challenge, okay? And if you can not overspend in this month, that basically creates this bridge to kind of pass over this potential trouble that it could cause if you overspend that month. So basically make sure you're spending your money on things that you need in the month of September, not necessarily any frivolous spending. Okay. Now we have October, month 4, the Hermit. Okay, I'm going to wait until I see all the cards before I say what I've got popping in my mind here. Resourcefulness. Excuse me. And the dog often represents loyalty, friendship. Reduces to a number 9. The Hermit is a number 9. So we've got 9, 9, which reduces to an 18, which reduces to a 9. So number 9 could be very significant. You could potentially have to pay attention to your finances for the next 9 months after this. And this is something may come up that makes you realize that, yes, while you have your stuff together and you're in order and you have a plan financially and you've got a little bit set aside, you know what you're doing, but something is coming up that is making you realize that you need to stay loyal to your goals financially this month. It's very important to stay loyal to your goals, to be resourceful with the finances you have available. Be smart, be clever, be wise with your finances this month. You know, you have the holiday seasons for many coming up later in the end of the year. And it looks like with the Hermit card, there is a need to kind of go inward at this time and really make sure that you are in alignment with your goals financially. The 9 is coming through as a very positive thing, but also as a little bit of a warning almost to make sure you don't drop the ball. You've got a lot of prosperity coming. You have a plan, you have a goal. Make sure that you are loyal to that plan and that goal, that you don't drop the ball. Because if you do, things could get a little bit harder than you would like them to be. And you know this, and that's why there's a need to go into your inner world and really spend a little bit of solitude time and make sure that you meditate a little bit on your finances, on your financial goals, on your plans. Do you have things laid out for the next 9 months, right? Whether that's I'm putting $10 away a week into a savings plan, or I'm gonna pay an extra $10 on every credit card bill each month for the next 9 months. Something along those lines. You wanna do some planning where you get resourceful with your payments. Something that popped into my mind right now is, for example, maybe you have $500, say, just an example, to pay towards a credit card to pay it down. So in this resourcefulness, what it's saying is, yes, you're loyal to your plan and your goal of paying down your credit cards. You have this set amount of money aside to do this. You want to use those resources to their uttermost benefit for you during this month and over the next 9 months. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that you are perhaps using that $500 on the card that has the highest interest, or something that you owe the most money to, or, you know, whatever it is for your situation. You want to look at all the factors, meditate on it. That's really what I'm seeing with this Hermit card, is this going inward, is really contemplating your finances at this time and your plan and your goal, and really using what you have wisely. And what this is going to bring is actually, 9 months down the line, some potentially very positive results for you in the long run. Okay. And so this is for at this time at this reading. I don't believe in a fixed future. So if you take the information from the reading, if it's as it's resonating with you, you could potentially, change that timeline in a way that you can actually work things out more for your benefit. So work with the energies and go from there. Okay, so we have November, 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, we had the 999 here. In October and November, we have the 9 of Pentacles. There's something linked there. I'm not sure what it is yet. Attracting wealth, finances, abundance coming in, I heard in my mind. And the number 9 again, 9999. Wow. What you do during these 2 months, again, each month is kind of linking to the next. Basically what you do in this month affects this month. This month affects the next month, and everything that you do is progressing. This 999 showing up 2 months in a row is very, very positive omen. Violet color purple is often associated with royalty. This 9 of Pentacles definitely in the area of money, specifically this abundance and blessing. And the flowers is like a celebration here, this bouquet of flowers. Whatever plan you set forward here, whatever you did to make sure that you were staying loyal to your goals and being wise with your spending, you really set yourself up in the previous month to really be blessed during the month of November or the 5th month, depending on when you're watching this. I feel like there's something more here that wants to come through, so let me just look at the cards for a second here. Got it. So this, what you do here and here, this watching your spending here, being very resourceful with your money here and loyal to your plans and your goals, don't stray from it, don't drop the ball, then you have a realization here that you are now attracting in what you need. Okay, so you went from self-regulating, being disciplined, not spending, to staying loyal to yourself, to basically being stable, to now bringing in. It's going to start coming in for you. You're going to start attracting more finances to you. It's going to make you want to celebrate. You are still being very cautious, I'm hearing, with your finances, and very taking great care of your resources and what you have available to you, using your money wisely. But you're going to start seeing the benefits pay off for these goals and plans that you've set into place and that you have been playing out and sticking to, are really going to start you're going to be able to get through the winter season. You're going to see that in November, that you're going to be okay. You're going to make it through winter, through possibly the hardest part of your finances in the coming months. I know that this is a 6-month reading, but I'm hearing even up through February, right? Like perhaps some of you are going to have some challenging times potentially coming up through the end of the year, beginning of the year. So not knowing this, but feeling the anxieties in July, your intuition, your higher self, the divine whatever you're tapping into, and guides and helps you, is kind of giving you a heads up. Hey, start planning now. You may not be able to see it, but you've got this. And by the time, you know, you start, you put your plan in gear, you don't spend, you stick to your plan, you are now starting to see that things are starting to come in for you. Maybe not as fast as you want it to. It is the beginning of winter time, but you have plenty to sustain you. You have what you need to get through the winter months, and that is a cause for celebration. Okay, let's check December, or month 6. 9 of Jars, another 9. A lot of joy or happiness surrounding your finances at this time. Enjoy. And Stars. Wow. So I see that your finances are still coming in for you. There's a bit of abundance here with it, enough that you are able to enjoy the holiday seasons. You have that little bit extra that brings that spark of joy in the middle of winter time here. You are reaching for the stars financially, so your hopes and dreams, it's wide open, it's expansive, you can see that. With the jars, I see these in here as resources. Still, you have hold on a second. So she's got the honeycomb here in her hand. She has full jars in the background. She has this bountiful abundance, but she is still taking care of her resources here. She's still saving up for the future. She is enjoying what she has now and still nurturing and caring for the finances, but you will have enough to not only just get through the winter, but have a nice holiday while you are still following your dreams here. This, I know this is the Star card, but this very expansive space feeling here, and it's very expansive. Okay, I got it. So the caution for December is to, yes, enjoy, but still you're saving, you're still sticking to that plan. You are still seeing things come in. Not only are things coming in, but you're able to save more for the future, even though you're enjoying the holidays. And you're just being very wise with your finances right now, very prudent in the month of December. Yes, celebrate, but you are allowing maybe a certain amount of money to celebrate, and you're sticking to it. You realize the resources are coming in, but you are also still then further saving for the future, for again the next 9 months that come up after these 9 months, these 999. So that's another message I think, Phil, separately, that is coming in addition to each individual month, is that as your finances start to increase and as you are becoming more abundant and you stay diligent and disciplined and loyal with your finances, respecting your finances, learning to still be able to enjoy a little bit, it is important to make sure that you are always planning 9 months ahead. So with here, if we're starting in July, right, then through December, then it's not going to be until March. So you want these plans that you are developing 9 months out, 9 months out. You want to make sure that as your resources increase, that at this time you are working with the energy of the number 9, the prosperity, the blessings, the gratitude of the 9, but also planning 9 months into the future. Do you have enough saved to get you through 9 full months at a time? That's a lot. I think a lot of people, a lot of finance books that I've read in the past all say make sure you have 3 months worth. You know, make sure you have enough saved to get you through 3 months. And what the cards are saying is you don't know what the future holds, but you are very wise in your planning and your handling of your finances, and it would behoove you to really make sure that you are covered for 9 months at a time. You may not be able to do it right away, but you may start seeing the ability to start planning 9 months ahead starting in October. You might set the plan and follow it, and then see that it's able to be upheld in November. And then in December, by December, you're like, yes, I'm going to have another 9 months out. I'm going to be able to reach that goal as a new goal going forward. All right, that's what I have for you next 6 months for your finances. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. I would love to hear from you if you'd like more readings like this, trying a few new things. If you find value in my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. It truly does help more than you know, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.